Do you're going live with Matt and TJ. Da da da, Scooby Doo Dee Doo. You're going live with Matt and TJ. The song gets me. Come on, guys, step it up. Yep. Yo, Matt, bump this a little louder for me. Make sure my snare's on. Is my snare on? You got my snare? Okay. Can you turn it up a little louder? I gotta hit my snare. There we go. Got it. Yeah. Skibidi baba. Zabara Luka Porzingis da. Later. Yip. Scarababa. Yeah.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Daily Grind Fantasy official live stream for this 11-game slate. Cannot wait to break it down. We have plenty of injury news already storming into our live stream, so we have to break that down. We're still waiting for the minutes to get updated. If you guys live under a rock,
was I muted?
I think you were. I think we're coast is clear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Doncic and Porzingis just got ruled out, so yes, say bye to all the value that we once had, at least for cash, because here it comes. It's going to come straight from this Dallas roster, TJ. Again, waiting for the minutes to update. So before we actually jump into that breakdown, let me just make sure. Oh, they actually just updated for me. Josh Richardson at 46 minutes. Can you believe it?
Wow. Okay. I honestly
think it's a bit much.
No, I was gonna peg J Rich for like 44.
Okay.
So 46, I feel like it's a little aggressive. I thought 44 was going to be a decent number.
You want to go ahead and jump into these guys? I feel like we can do it.
Imagine if he actually played 46 minutes and we're sitting here just being like, ha.
I mean, he honestly probably could if it stays competitive.
Well, no, because like I want to see like guys like Trey Burke and crud like that. So,
right now I have Trey Burke at 12. That's not reasonable, right? Tim Hardaway at 35, that's good. Brunson at 36, I think that's about right. Kleber, Richardson, and Finney Smith are all three of them are projected for 40 plus, so that's not a thing. So why don't we circle back to them? Let's go to the other side of the slate.
Like Trey Burke and James Johnson are two guys that I would a little cheaper interested in.
All right, let's jump around here before we go to those guys. Let's start out with Toronto, TJ. Toronto is very intriguing because we have their entire roster out, at least all the guys that really matter for Toronto. So let's start there. Pace of spot 225. It was at a 228 game total when I recorded the video earlier this morning. However, it's come down just a little bit. Still a pace of spot for these Raptors. I know you guys are gonna be all over Powell. It happens every single time, so I get it. You guys like him. He's good. All right, move past it. Who are you liking from this roster, TJ?
I mean, Lowry and Norman Powell, the two guys that stick out. Matt, obviously, the two studs there. Really good matchup against Atlanta. We have no OG. We have no Fred VanVleet. We have no Siakam tonight still. This guy's still out with the COVID stuff that is going on, the tracings and what have you. So Lowry actually gets a 4.8% usage bump with those guys off the floor. 1.17 fantasy point per minute, 26.2% usage. We have him pegged for 45.37 DraftKings points. So I do like Lowry. I think he's going to carry some ownership tonight.
He will.
Norman Powell, 7,200. I still think that's really cheap. A lot of guys were really high on him, but right before the break in games like Detroit and Boston with all those injuries. I remember against the Celtics, he had like 32 DraftKings points in the first half, and then the second half was an absolute ghost. But even still, he is going to log a ton of minutes tonight against Atlanta, projected at 36. As long as this game stays competitive, he could honestly play 38, 5.2% usage bump, 1.12 fantasy points per minute. 29.7% total usage, highest on the team. We haven't pegged as a 5.9 value, 42.4 DraftKings points. So I do like Norman Powell.
Yep.
And then Terrence Davis, Matt, at 4,300. I mean, looked really good against the Celtics, played 31 minutes. I feel like his chalk night was against Detroit when everybody was high on him. Didn't really do what everybody thought he was going to do. He only went for 15 DraftKings points, and then the ownership kind of faded away from him when he got the price bump against Boston. Everybody was a little weary on the back-to-back. Ended up playing 31 minutes at 3,700, going for 35 DraftKings points. So if I see him starting again tonight, I do think he's going to be viable for me. At 4,300, projected 26 minutes right now. He gets a 3.6% usage bump. He's a 1 fantasy point per minute, 25% total usage, having pegged for 26.94. Basically 27 DraftKings points. So I do like Terrence Davis. And then Chris Boucher, 6,500, good matchup against Atlanta. So those 4 guys are the guys that I'm honing in on. Baines is interesting as a tournament play. So I have a lot of interest here in Toronto. I don't know what I'll have in terms of cash if I'm running on one line. But I definitely like these guys for GPPs. I think they're a little bit low owned.
So Stanley Johnson showing 21.8% ownership. I know he's a bad fantasy point per minute player. However, projected minutes right now are at 30. So Terrence Davis is questionable. If he is ruled out, I think I think guys like Stanley Johnson going to be playing, a good amount of minutes. So I actually like Stanley Johnson. You look at the minutes there, 30 minutes. It's going to be hard not to hit that price tag, especially in the pace-up spot. So I think he's a good cash filler. However, like I said, all the value that we once knew out the window. It's going to be on Dallas. Still, Stanley Johnson, I think, is a good GPP option. But yeah, I agree with everything you just said in terms of the stud picks from this team. Lowry just always scares me. We know how it goes with Lowry chalk night. It's always that mess. But again, pace up spot, 36 minutes. He has no room. He has no excuse not to do well in this matchup. The player that you were talking about, Terrence Davis, TJ, keep in mind when he only dropped 15 points, by the way, 4 times value, right? I think the math is right there. About 4 times value. He shot 2 for 11 in that game. So it's going to be hard for him not to hit that. He had a 33.6% usage rate in that game as well. So he's not afraid to handle the ball. He's not afraid to shoot it. We know that. I'm totally on board if Terrence Davis does play those 24 expected minutes plus. So absolutely agree with you there. All right, let's move down the list. We have to talk about a few more teams, and then we'll circle back to Dallas here. By the way, I don't know if you know this, but John Wall is officially questionable now.
So that's see that,
that's something to look
something
at.
To monitor. Yep, Eric Gordon, Oladipo, guys that will benefit. Gordon's still questionable too, so a lot going on there in Houston, and a really good matchup.
It's a late night game. We love that for late night pivots. But let's move over to the 76ers, if I can find them on my screen. They're playing Chicago. All right, here we go. So I know we're going to be talking a lot about Shake Shack. Let's go ahead and do it, TJ. 1.11 fantasy points per minute. I made him the thumbnail. I thought he was a very interesting pick. His ownership's teetering on that GPP cash range. 29 minutes. Is going to be playing between 29 and 31 minutes. What's your thought? Are there any other cash options here on this roster?
Yeah, Tobias, obviously, at 8,100. Really good matchup here for Philly on the road against Chicago. They're actually 3.5-point dogs on the road. Obviously, we have no Ben Simmons and no Embiid, which is huge for Philly, but I still think they can be a little bit competitive here against Chicago. So I obviously like Tobias here at 8,100, projected 36 minutes. Matt, 6.6% usage bump with those 2 guys off the floor. He's obviously going to be the man tonight. 1.22 fantasy points per minute, 29.6% total usage. We have him pegged for 46.8 DraftKings points, about a 5.8 value on our sheet. So I do like Tobias. I think he's going to be chalky. I think you want to go there in cash. Outside of that, I mean, there are some other intriguing plays here. Milton's definitely going to be my favorite at 5,300, projected around that 28, 30-minute mark. Like you said, Matt, 7.1% usage bump, 1.11 fantasy point per minute, 31% total usage, higher than Tobias, highest on the team there for Philly with Simmons and Embiid off the floor. 6.3 value we have him for, 33.3 DraftKings points. So I obviously love Milton. I like him in a one line if I'm running one. Seth Curry is a guy that people are going to go to as well, 5.1% usage bump. So I think he's going to be viable. valuable. Korkmaz is interesting as well, Matt. 3,600. If I see him starting, I do like him. 1.5% usage bump,
Now, how many
0.79
minutes do you have
fantasy points per
Korkmaz
minute.
for?
I had him at 27, but now with an update, I have him at 24.
I have him at 21, so that's very interesting.
Okay.
I guess it does depend on if he starts or not, obviously.
Yeah, so I mean, it looks like they currently have Milton projected to start at the point. Okay. So if I see him starting at the point, he's going to be a lock for me 100%. We're going to get questions on like Dwight Howard. I definitely don't hate him at 5,300. It's a really good matchup. I'm just a little concerned about the minutes that he will see. You know, they have Tony Bradley as well. Mike Scott could see some run at the 5. So, you know, I'm not locking in Dwight Howard by any means, but I do like him for tournaments. And again, a really good matchup against the soft front court there for Chicago. But for cash, Matt, for me, just to kind of, you know, hone in on my central thesis here for Philly, it's going to be Tobias and it's going to be Milton. And I do think there are some really good tournament plays here with Korkmaz. Like Danny Green, I'll have to give some love to your
I was
guy.
waiting for it. I was like, you're just not going to mention him? All right.
4,700 is too expensive for me. I think I'd obviously rather go to Seth at 5,200. But yeah, Tobias and Milton are the guys that I'm really looking at. And then outside of there, it's probably tournament plays for me, unless I see Korkmaz start.
For sure. Yeah, and one thing with Danny Green is he's a shooter. He's not a usage guy, so we need minutes for him. And right now he's only projected at 29. So that's the reason why I'm not so much on Danny Green as I usually am. If he's not playing 32-plus minutes, well, he's in the pace-up spot right now. But again, I need to see the minutes for him to have upside. Very, very expensive price tag. So, completely agree. Tobias Harris, Shake Milton, as of right now, cash options. Their ownership's only going to go down. Like I said, all the value is about to come out here from Dallas. TJ, do you have updated minutes yet?
Nope.
Okay.
Ooh, I might get it right now, actually.
I don't think I do either.
I think I'll have it right now.
I got
Give
them.
me 1 second.
Just now.
No way.
Yeah.
You promised?
Yep.
Are they good?
Yep, they're good. I'm not going to tell them to you, but they're good.
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
Let me see. Hold on. 1 second. 2 seconds.
I can just...
Boom.
Okay.
Got him. Nope. Brunson, I have at 33.
I also have him at 33.
Okay. I have J. Rich at 34.
Wow, it's almost like these websites getting from the same place. Interesting. Okay, go ahead.
Interesting. Imagine getting it from somewhere else, too. Trey Burke at 24, Matt. I have James Johnson at 13. Okay. Because, Powell's in the mix now. Willie Cauley-Stein.
I actually have Trey Burke at 19.
All right. I'm going to put him at 20.
Okay.
I
think it depends on if he starts.
Yeah, I mean, Brunson's a lock at 5,500 for cash, 100%. Tim Hardaway also at 4,900 is going to carry a lot of ownership, Matt. You know, I don't think Trey Burke is going to start, but, you know, if by some divine miracle he does, he would obviously be a lock. It's probably going to be Brunson and J. Rich in the backcourt there. And I think they'll probably start Powell at the 5, and then
J. Rich is not good, huh?
DFS. Yeah, but he plays a lot of minutes. He's really good defensively. He'll get you those niche, those category steals. He's a 2.4% usage bump with no Porzingis and Luka on the floor. 0.66 fantasy point per minute. So I'm not in love with him. I think I'd rather go to Hardaway. 6.3% usage bump, 0.93 fantasy point per minute. But I don't mind J. Rich. I think it's going to be Brunson, J. Rich, and Hardaway that carry the ownership for sure. Brunson's a lock for me, and honestly, Hardaway might be as well right now.
Cauley-Stein showing 25-ish minute, 20, sorry, only 21 at 3K. So that's not that bad of a pick, huh?
No, he's 21. If he starts, he's obviously going to be intriguing. But again, they have Dwight Powell. Boban could be in the mix. They have Cleaver. They have a lot of bigs there in Dallas. So they have a lot of guys that can fill in for Porzingis.
Right.
Terrence Ross just got ruled out.
Did he?
Yep. Let's see. I think we just got some other news too, Matt. Bear with me. Terrence Davis, a game time decision. That sucks.
That will impact Orlando for sure. By the way, Michael Carter Williams was one of my favorite plays earlier today on Jock Market at a 77th place. Guys, that's only going to give him a boost, so keep that in mind.
So Trey Burke, let's see. Where are you, Trey? Okay. 5.8% usage bump, and Willie gets a nothing. It's really irrelevant. So we've Brunson at a 1.1 fantasy point per minute, a 4.6% usage bump with no Porzingis and with no Luka. So yes, he's a lock. I love Hardaway. J. Rich is going to carry ownership, I think. Tournament plays like DFS, Kleber, Trey Burke, Willie Cauley-Stein. Matt, if you want to take a stab there, I don't hate it. I probably won't. But again, if he starts somehow, then yeah, he's obviously intriguing at the min price. So a lot of value here in Dallas. But I think Brunson's somebody you're locking in. And then honestly, right now, probably Hardaway for me as well.
Okay. You like Hardaway. At 4-9, yeah. Again, be wary of the matchup here, guys. OKC, it's going to be a very low-scoring game. Right now, they haven't projected at 112. What's that?
Abanbana.
Yeah, so it's gonna be relatively low scoring. I actually do like Maxi Kleber too. TJ 4,200, 0.85 fantasy points a minute per, playing in 34 minutes. So I think he's one of the best values on the team too. Brunson, Kleber, I think like you said, Tim Hardaway is a good value, and even Josh Richardson. Yeah, I think you can get away with about 3 Dallas guys in your cash lineup tonight.
Yeah, and the ownership's going to be Brunson, Jay Rich, and Hardaway. I think I prefer Brunson and Hardaway, but again, like Jay Rich the ownership's going to be there for sure.
I did think Kleber's going to carry some ownership too, though.
Yeah, 4,200. He might for sure, but I think it's Brunson, Hardaway, and Jay Rich are going to be those 3 guys.
We will see. So yeah, you got to think about it from like a usage perspective. Who's gonna have the ball? It's going to be Brunson. It's going to be Jay Rich, and it's going to be Hardaway, just like you said. So.
Yeah.
All right. And also, if Trey Burke does start, then we also like him, and same thing with Cauley Stein.
Won't.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
Cauley Stein could. I doubt it. I doubt either of them start. If Trey Burke starts somehow, then yeah, I mean, I don't know where he would start.
Did Orlando's minutes update? Because that's another big one, obviously now. That's
I mean, they're playing.
Yeah, that's a bad matchup.
Yeah, they're
too.
playing Miami. I mean, that's not really something we need to hone in on too much. I'm still probably more intrigued with the Miami side of the ball, honestly, with no Bam. Like Kelly Olynyk,
I mean,
starting at center.
Honestly, TJ, if Aaron Gordon, Terrence Ross, Anthony Ennis, and Fournier are out, I have to show some love there. I mean, that's way too much usage.
Who are you gonna play? Dwayne Bacon?
No, I'll play Michael Carter Williams. Honestly, but what's his price tag anyway?
Vooch is obviously gonna be an intriguing play, especially in tournaments going up with no Bam there for Miami. But yeah, you want to take a chance on like Okiki or Gary Clark or Kem Birch or all the bums there in Orlando. They're all really cheap, so they'll be intriguing tournament plays. But I don't think anybody here is gonna become cash viable in terms of ownership, even with all the injuries.
Yeah, and Aaron Gordon is still a game time decision, so we really can't mess with that roster anyway right now. So
I want to do OKC honestly.
Okay, yeah, because Baisley just got ruled out.
Yeah, I haven't done it with Baisley.
Yep, I haven't either. Let's do that.
Ariza, Diallo, and Baisley. So my season long, I have Baisley, Simmons, and Embiid. So tonight will be fun for me. Actually, I don't know if I have Baisley anymore. Honestly, I haven't checked it. Where is OKC on my sheet, Matt? Where are you?
Good question.
You're playing. I got him. Makes sense. I wonder who's gonna slide in and start for Baisley. Are they gonna start Roby in the front court with Al? Because that would be very intriguing.
Yes, Bam is out. That. Yes, we knew that very early on.
Wow. Yeah, Bam's out.
So we only have we have a very small sample size. So let me add somebody back on here. I think it's gonna have to be Baisley, or George Hill hasn't been playing, has he? Let's add him back in there.
If anything, take Baisley back. Yeah. I mean, excuse me, take George Hill back.
That's not that bad of a sample.
It's not much better, honestly. I mean, SGA with 67 minutes at a 1.46 fantasy point per minute. That's a little intriguing, obviously. Roby looks decent there. Yeah, the sample sizes suck.
Yeah. SGA averaging 1.46 fantasy points per minute, so that's a thing. Against Dallas.
Oh, yeah, that would be a thing, Mate.
53.2. Okay.
Horford gets an 8.5% usage from 37 minutes.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, you can't put too much stock into that, though.
No, you can't. Yeah, I'm not even going to mess with these guys. I don't like the matchup anyway.
Yeah. They'll be tournament plays, if anything. I don't think any of these guys are going to carry ownership. SGA might pop up at 8,900, but I think there's other builds you want to go to tonight in cash.
Yeah, I agree. All right, TJ. So let's kind of wait for the ownership.
Hey, Matt, I have a random number calling me right now. Should I answer it?
On stream? What if it's your mom or something?
It's not my mom.
Okay. Are you going to answer it, really?
You want me to answer it?
No,
I won't.
No. Also, I just noticed that you have your mic in your face, but you're not using it. Is that just, you just like that look?
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, surprise. You can still hear me.
All right.
How's that?
Yeah.
I feel like it looks weird. I feel like...
That's how I look, and I guess I do look weird. That's fine.
Like an asshole.
All right. Let's move along the stream, TJ. So we pretty much covered the entire straight in terms of cash. So I want to talk about a couple other plays that we're missing. Let's focus on this Minnesota Pelicans game because technically it's the highest over-under. We haven't even talked about it. So let's go there. We have some injuries there as well. Not too much, but still enough to impact. JJ Redick out for New Orleans doesn't really impact them. Just a slight movement in some of the players. But on the other side, TJ, we have Culver, Beasley, McLaughlin, and Russell out for them. So there's a lot of value here, and I like the upside. The 115 points for Minnesota is what they're expected to score against the Pelicans. What's your take on Minnesota?
Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised, honestly, with some of the numbers when I ran them, Matt. With all these injuries and everybody out here in Minnesota, I do think there's some really intriguing value plays here. Culver's doubtful. Obviously, we have no Beasley and D'Lo, and then we have McLaughlin also out. So a guy like Jalen Noel at 3,900 projected 25 minutes right now in a really good matchup against the Pelicans. 26, okay, even better. I'll put him at 25.5, 3.2% usage bump. He's a 1.01 fantasy point per minute, Matt, 26% total usage. 6.8 value on my sheet. I have him pegged for 26.6 DraftKings points. So I really do like him. Jake Layman's a guy that just came back, honestly, a couple weeks ago. Not a couple weeks ago, but he's been starting, he's been in and out of the lineup with injuries for a while now. Been playing a lot of minutes, honestly, these last couple contests against Phoenix and Charlotte. So if he does play 26 minutes tonight, he gets almost a 1% usage bump. He's a 0.76 fantasy point per minute. I have him pegged for 19.9 DraftKings points. Rubio is also somebody that's pretty intriguing here. Carrying a lot of ownership too, Matt. I think that's going to change a little bit with the news that we have had, that we just did get. He gets almost a 1% usage bump as well. He's a 1.01 fantasy point per minute. We have him pegged for 33.6 DraftKings points. Cat at 10K.
Yeah, fantastic.
I love him for tournaments. He's carrying virtually no ownership, and I think that's criminal in a really good matchup against the Pelicans. So I really do like Cat, but Matt, honestly, like Noel at 3,900 really sticks out to me.
Yeah, I was talking about that in my video. He's just so good fantasy point per minute player. And when you talk about him in terms of value, just comparing him to Layman, also McDaniels on the team, he just stands out so much more. So 6.7 point per dollar value. Yeah, I do like him, but again, the ownership's going to continue to creep down on all these guys. So more GPP options. I just love the upside here. And on the other side of the ball, TJ, let's just talk about them in the same breakdown. All these guys are great GPP options. All of them showing sub 10% ownership. Lonzo Ball is actually showing the highest at 6.8K. Don't mind him. Eric Bledsoe, 5.6K. And then, of course, Zion and Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram's all the way down here at 8.4K. So I love him. I love the upside. I love the amount of scoring it's supposed to happen in this game. 123 is how many they're projected to score here in this matchup. So just to kind of piggyback off what you said, I love the upside here, especially on the Minnesota side. But I want to target the studs here on the Pelican side.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I mean, the highest team total over-under that we have in the slate here are the Pelicans. So Brandon Ingram at 8,400 feels like a really good discount and a really good tournament play, showing less than 10% ownership. So I really like him. Honestly, getting to Zion too at 9,300, Matt. Like he's carrying.
I don't like him anymore, so it's fine.
But, okay, you don't like Zion. Okay.
Yeah.
But I do like Ingram. DeRozan.
What?
Unlikely to play tomorrow night.
Okay. Scared me. I thought you were about to pull LaMarcus Aldridge on me.
No, that random number I rejected left me a voicemail. But yeah, Brandon Ingram's my favorite play there for the Pelicans, 100%.
Yeah. All right, TJ, it's 6:02. What we're gonna do now? I'm gonna jump in here. There's so many plays to talk about on the slate. Like I like some of these plays here in Boston and the Brooklyn game. By the way, Marcus Smart's back tonight, so that's very that's awesome for you because right now they're projected to be competitive against Brooklyn tonight. It's only a 2-point spread.
He's not a minute restriction. No, I know, but like even to see him out there, I hope
it'd be awesome.
Bust Kyrie.
Yeah, it's like me seeing who can I compare him to on the Spurs? Probably nobody.
No one,
because we suck. No. All right. Let's go to the questions, and then we'll start jumping around in terms of GPP plays. By the way, before I get to the segment, guys, please let me know in the description. I want at least one of you guys to sign up for SuperDraft tonight using our promo. Sign up using the link below. I want you guys to let me know if it works, first of all. So just click on the link. Let me know if it works. We're like 3 for 3 the past 3 times that I've asked. I just want to make sure because we had a lot of trouble with some of the links that weren't working for us. That and also Jock Market. I gave you guys a bunch of plays in the earlier video. We're going to be updating that throughout the night, so we'll also let you guys know of our favorite Jock Marketplace. Sign up using code DGF20. By the way, a lot of you are flooding in from Osmo Stream right now. It's letting out. Thank you to all 180 of you for watching. Please hit that subscription button, notification bell, and smash that like button, guys. Really do appreciate it. So let's go to the premium Discord chat, TJ, and then wait for this ownership to update for Dallas.
I know. Oh, we just got actually an update on Marcus Smart's calf, so he's going to be 20 to 22 minutes tonight.
Oh, that's not that bad.
God.
Thank God. A lot of minutes.
Uh,
Bobby, $2 from Super Chat. I don't know. I don't see that. Where did you? Thanks for the recommendation on Top Shot. Is he in here? Is that your boy? What's his last name? Riley?
Yeah, that's Bobby. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thanks, Bobbles.
Wait, hold on. No, we're getting late updates here.
Okay, I was gonna say.
I was like, wait, I didn't see it pop up.
I don't see Bobby in here.
Whatever.
Bobby, you're trash.
Green Wizard asks, does Patreon have an optimizer? No. But nothing. That's all I will say.
Yeah, but
can you guys get me an ownership projection on Saddiq Bey? I want to go back to the well and for the third time in some GPPs. We haven't talked about. Wow, why are we getting all these updates? Thank you, Cody, for the $5 donation.
Saddiq Bey is at 0.1% ownership right now.
Okay, so if you want to take somebody completely off the radar, there's no injuries that are benefiting Saddiq Bey. He's come down in price tag, and this is so annoying. All these are coming at the exact same time. Thank you, Kawhi Leonard, for giving me a thumbs up. Yep. Yeah, I guess in GPPs, if that's your last spot, big GPPs only, again, showing 0.2% ownership. So, it completely off the radar there. All right, Rossell. Yes, thank you very much. Hardaway, only 4.1 on FanDuel. He's going to be mega chalk over there. You better lock in Hardaway on FanDuel.
4.1?
Yeah, if you are playing FanDuel, lock him in right now.
Wow.
Who would you like more in GPPs, Vooch or Cat? Ooh, that's a great question, TJ. Who do you like?
I'd go Cat there, but Vooch is creeping up slowly and surely. If Aaron Gordon's out, like it makes it a little more competitive there for me between those two. You gotta take into consideration the game script there. You got Minnesota and the Pelicans projected at what 237, and then you have Miami and Orlando at 209.
I know.
So I'll take Cat there in the up pace matchup, but with Orlando being completely depleted, I could understand if you wanted to go Vooch. Especially with no Bam.
I will disagree with you, TJ, not just because I like to disagree with you, but I do like Vooch, man. Especially if Aaron Gordon and Terrence Ross is out, there's nobody. Again, I was talking about Aaron. Yeah, I meant Aaron Gordon. So if he's also out, there's literally nobody on that team. That's the only reason. Yeah. And you know how much I hate targeting the low pace matchups. They're projected to score only 101 points, but I think Vooch can score about 50% of those. So, let's go to more questions. Favorite centers for cash, TJ? Olenek, okay.
Yep.
I will say Willie Cauley-Stein if he's all right. We got an update. All right, here we got the major update. You ready for it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this is actually bumping up the ownerships, TJ, and these studs, which makes sense. So we need to start talking about James Harden and Giannis because now they're showing ownership because of the builds. So Jalen Brunson, 51.5% ownership. That's a given. That makes complete sense on an 11-game slate. By the way, if you guys want to sharp fade them, not saying it's smart, but hey, you could easily get in foul trouble and you're already beating out 52% of the public. Tim Hardaway, 47.2% ownership, and then dropping next to Tobias Harris. Trey Burke is showing some ownership here, fourth highest on the slate. Kyle Lowry still showing it. Yep. James Harden, Josh Richardson, Giannis, and you were right about Kleber. Still not showing that much ownership all the way down here, so 12.9% for him. But Seth Curry is going to be last on the list here, 15.3%. TJ. So the guys from Dallas, it's going to be Brunson, Hardaway, and Burke from them. Very interesting.
You said Jay Rich was up there too, right?
Yes, he's fourth highest. Yep, 17.3%. That's about what we expected. I think you can comfortably get about 4 guys in your cash lineup from Dallas. I'd say 3 to 4 tonight.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. Where is the NBA package for Patreon? It's been 2 months. I don't know what that means for Patreon. It's been 2 months, but we don't have just an NBA package. We have an all-exclusive package. Our exclusive package is $20 for the entire month, guys. That is cheaper than anybody else on the market. Can guarantee you. You get access to our Discord, our favorite GPP plays, and everything in between for every single sport. So, Leverage Sheet. We do live streams. We do private live streams and the chat. So feel free to sign up today, guys. So after hearing those ownerships, TJ.
Yes.
You comfortable with the cash lineup? Are you making one? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, well, no, you were doing Discord, so I was waiting to do...
No, I was just wondering if you're building a cash lineup already.
Yeah, I'm working on it, sir.
Okay. So, favorite centers after hearing that. So, there's really no centers at the top. It's going to be all over the place. Kleber is actually showing the highest for centers. I'm going to say Kleber, Olenek, like you said, is another good one, and Boucher. Yep. I think those are good cash centers for tonight. How is this for FanDuel cash? Brunson, Noel, Hardaway, Edwards. Oh, okay. So Anthony Edwards, I'm assuming, and I need to know his price tag over there on FanDuel because on DraftKings he's actually
hold
very
on.
high priced.
Timeout. Guys, if I'm wrong here, Giannis has center eligibility.
Yes. Oh,
That
sorry.
hasn't been a thing.
Sorry. No, yes, it has. I swear on my life, TJ, it has been.
How long has Giannis had center eligibility?
Because he's one of the most dominant centers in the NBA. Come on.
No, I'm dead serious. I don't think he had it before the All-Star
I've
break.
been posting him on the Patreon as a center, so I know. At least for a month or so. Yep.
There's no shot he's had center eligibility for a month. I am not that oblivious.
Okay. Well, he has
If
had
I'm
center.
not oblivious, please put in the chat and say, TJ, I want you to say, TJ, you're a moron.
Yeah. Say that anyway. Say that anyway if you guys actually think that.
Anyway, if you guys want. Yeah,
Anthony Edwards, 6,500 on FanDuel. Yeah, I'm not too high on him. I'd say more so for GBP. But that is a cash lineup that you gave me. Ingram, Powell, Tatum, Harris, Towns. Don't know what Tatum's price tag is either on FanDuel. Let me know his price tag. Seth Curry or Josh Richardson straight up, TJ. Josh Richardson for value. Seth Curry for overall, I think. Or Josh Richardson overall, I think.
Okay, Matt. I guess everybody said, yeah, I suck. Okay.
Yep.
Why have I not noticed that?
Couple weeks now. Okay, so I was off. I said a month. Cash, Brunson, Milton, Norman Powell, Harris, Olynyk, Lowry, Hardaway, Richardson. Really like that, Hudson. I think it's a great lineup. Do you hear that, TJ?
What was it?
Brunson, Milton, Norman Powell, Harris, Olynyk, Lowry, Hardaway, Richardson. That's a very good cash lineup.
Yeah,
it's very good.
That's good. Yep.
TJ, you were more. Okay, good. I love it, guys. Keep it coming. All right, TJ. That's all the questions we have.
All right, perfect. I guess that shows how much I haven't played Giannis this year. Or in
that's
the last
not a
couple
good
weeks.
thing.
Well, no, they've been fully healthy for a while now
true.
since they got since Holiday's been good. So maybe I just haven't realized that. Yeah, I guess I'm not
he's
dumb.
been center for a while.
They said 2 weeks, don't you? Kyrie and Tatum have or Harden or and Jay Brown. Are you asking Kyrie and Tatum or Kyrie and Tatum or Harden and Jay Brown? Got it. I would go Kyrie and Tatum tonight. Jock market values, Ethan. Yes, Matt is going to get to that. I'm assuming shortly.
You know what? I want to see how this tool holds up on Jock market. I want to see if it updates automatically. That'd be pretty cool. Let me get to that.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Who is TJ starting center in cash one line? Depending on who Dallas starts, at the 5, I'm probably rolling out a limb. That would probably be my center there with no Bam. How do you feel about Kawhi? Him and Paul George got decent price tags. Yeah, they're both sub 9K, which is just absolutely asinine to see both of them that cheap. I do get a little nervous there with the matchup against Golden State, just in terms of a potential blowout. But even still, like, Golden State's fully healthy. We'll see Steph tonight. Wiseman probably starting at the 5. Like, Draymond's back. So yeah, if Golden State can keep it competitive against the Clippers, I absolutely love Kawhi and Paul George. Love them, especially for tournaments. Terrence Ross is out. Yes. What else do we have here? Holmes versus Houston. Good tournament play. Yeah, they've been giving Patton a little bit of run there at the 5. Has Houston. But I don't hate those bigs, obviously, for Sacramento against Houston in terms of tournaments.
Yo, chill, guys.
What?
Dean, chill.
Oh. Dean, come on, man. You did this the other time. Chill out. What else do we have? Is Tim Hardaway Jr. really worth a play, though? I feel like his floor is bad. Yeah, Jade, no, he's not a sexy play, but, with the minutes that he's going to get with no Porzingis and no Luka, I like him for cash. He's going to be really high owned. Best pay up for cash. I don't really like spending up tonight in cash, honestly. I kind of like a more of a mid-tier build. Giannis against Giannis against the Knicks is obviously intriguing there. If you can get him at 11-1, that would probably be the guy I want to get to. I also like Cat's matchup there, but the ownership really won't be there. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised tonight if I'm running a one line, like if my builds start with Tobias Harris. I think everybody or Kyle Lowry, at 8,600. I think that's where the ownership's going between those two guys. I don't think a lot of people are going to go up to Giannis and Harden, but I think you can if you're playing Trey Burke, maybe another cheap guy for Dallas. I think it is viable. I just don't know if I'm going to do it right now. Best player for 3,400 and under for Utah, Matt. What do we got here? 3,400 and under. It'd probably be Trey Burke, honestly, right now. Man, Bogdy's off the minute restriction there for Atlanta. 3,500. Ugh, I love him for tournaments. 3,400.
What just happened with JJ Redick?
He had surgery.
Oh, I didn't know he was out long term.
Yeah.
Oh, that
I
sucks.
kind of like Precious Achua
Oh,
as
at
a
least
tournament
week.
play.
Okay.
If you're trying to run somebody in cash there, I like Layman at 3,300. Kevin Porter in tournaments at 3,200. I'm going to be overexposed to probably. Just got called up, so I do have interest there, but I wouldn't play him in cash. Do not play him in cash. I'd probably say Layman, honestly, at 3,200, and then I'd probably also go to Trey Burke. Those would be my two favorite cheap plays.
I'm about to give some super draft plays out, TJ. So 1 second.
Okay. Vooch with no one against Miami tonight. Yeah, Kyle, we were talking about that in tournaments. Bogdy, yep, Nick just talked about that. I do like Bogdy tonight in tournaments at 3,500. Really cheap, no minute restriction. Favorite Dallas value. Yeah, it's probably Trey Burke. Unless we see, Willie Cauley-Stein starting at the 5.
There we go.
I have Trey Burke at 24 minutes here, Matt.
You do?
So,
okay. I'm assuming
yeah,
it'll jump up. Yeah.
I mean if
mine
he plays
was at 21.
20 to 20.
Oh.
If he plays 21 plus, like he's going to be intriguing for sure.
All right,
So
guys.
that's probably my guy.
I'm about to give my super draft plays, and I still have no response from you guys. Can you guys click on the link in the description? You don't even have to sign up, but for you, anybody who hasn't signed up, you're missing out on a huge promo, 50% match up to $500. Just let me know if the link works below. Sign up. Super Draft. It's a multiplier format. It's very straightforward. You can literally play Giannis tonight, Kawhi Leonard, Brandon Ingram, Vooch, Trae Young, all in the same lineup. You can't do that on DraftKings. It's the easiest way to win daily fantasy sports. I'm about to give you my favorite plays right now. Kawhi Leonard, TJ, 1.25 times multiplier. That's criminal. Playing Golden State, high-paced matchup. He's definitely going to get overlooked just because he's not a huge sexy pick tonight. Norman Powell, 1.5 times multiplier. If you guys like Powell tonight, you'll love him even more over there on Super Draft. 1.5 times multiplier makes absolutely no sense. TJ, ready for the best pick on the night? Brunson, what's his multiplier? What's his multiplier?
Probably a 1.9.
Yeah, pretty close, 1.75. So absolutely crazy. Take advantage of that. Tobias Harris, 1.35 times multiplier. Trae Young, 1.25, and then also Vooch, 1.25 times multiplier. So absolutely insane, guys. Those are my favorite super draft plays. Go ahead, fill out a lineup using the top 8 plays I have here on my spreadsheet, and you guys will win $1 million. Promise.
Okay.
That's all I
TJ,
have.
you're a moron. TJ, you're a moron. You're a moron.
Good job, guys.
All right, Dean, what do you got here? We got Michael Carter Williams, Wall, Oladipo, Seth Curry, Ingram, Powell, Zion, Harris. This is a cash FanDuel. I would not play Wall and Oladipo together. I think you need more Dallas there, honestly. I think you need guys
26
like
likes, and
Brunson,
we have 192 people watching. Just saying.
for sure, so make sure you get him in there. Danny, thank you, man. The mustache it's going soon as me and Matt do something, but Matt's been just prolonging it, and I've just been miserable, so that's okay. Danger Blood said, I just want NBA and nothing else, and it's been 2 months. So Matt, Danger, if you want to just DM us on Twitter, we can talk to you over there, man. But yeah, no, we don't have just an NBA package, but stay patient. We got something coming soon, hopefully by the end of the month. Terrence Davis is playing. Terrence Davis playing. Read chat. Dean, thank you. Let's cool it with the messages though, Dean. Please.
Yeah.
Please
show with that.
Bo, 7,800 for Paul George on FanDuel. I like that. My boy Slothy. Plumlee, huh? You like him plums tonight? The plum dog? The plum dog millionaire? Yeah.
DeMar DeRozan officially
there
ruled out
against
tomorrow.
Charlotte.
Spurs.
I think those guys are going to be undervalued there for Detroit. Yeah, Matt, I hate to say it, but is DeMar gone next?
I would be fine with that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Plumlee, sick, nasty. Howard or Milton? I like Milton. That's just my personal opinion. I get a little nervous there with Howard's minutes. Terrence Davis likely to play. Yeah, if Terrence Davis plays and he starts, I do like him at 4,300. He's really cheap. I just want to wait and see if he does start. So we'll have to wait on that there. Anyway, I just want to see some confirmation. Is he officially in, guys? He is available. Okay, perfect. It's funny. He started against Detroit when he was chalk and sucked, and then he came off the bench against the Celtics, played 10 more minutes, and dominated. So we'll have to wait and see there with Terrence Davis, but I do like him at his price tag. Studs and scrubs in a single entry small tournament. I like it, Danny. Zach's got a lineup here for tournaments. Maddie's got Harden, Milton, Edwards, Tobias, Boucher, Powell, Olynyk, Trey Burke. I like that.
Yeah, I do like that. Yep.
What do you guys think about Capella and Cash? They can't rebound him. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't really show too well on the sheet there. I think he could easily bully Boucher down low. They do have Baines for Toronto, so you got to keep that in mind. I mean, Capella can rebound with the best of them, so it's 7,900. I do like him for tournaments. I wouldn't go there for cash. So if that's something you're considering, okay. So Timothy, you did say in cash. I wouldn't go to Capella in cash tonight. Jeremy Grant or Gordon Hayward. Those are two
Very
guys that are
interesting picks.
Yeah. I'd probably go. I'd probably go with Jeremy Grant, especially if DeLon Wright is out. Charlotte's fully healthy, so
Yeah, no reason.
I probably would stay away from them tonight in terms of tournaments. My
Ooh.
favorite play there would be Gordon Hayward, but I think Jeremy Grant. I prefer him right there in that matchup.
Drew Holiday won't have a
game
minute limit tonight, so that's interesting.
Nice, good. Maybe my card will sell.
Hey,
What's up, y'all? What's up, Chris? How you doing, man?
Hey guys, is Seth, Tim, Hardaway, Ross, or Gary Trent in small GBP? Well, Ross is not playing tonight.
Yeah, don't do that.
They're all very different in terms of price tags. If I had to pick my favorite one out of all those, it's going to be Tim Hardaway. But Seth is also a good option. That's all I have.
Grant Powell or Hayward GPP DKs? Give me Powell. Ken I has $1 million? Yes or no? DM me. I'll give you Vooch and cash or nah? Hudson, I don't think you do it tonight. I understand it, but if you can get up and pay for him and you're comfortable with your lineup, then sure, I'll back you, especially if Gordon is out. But if Gordon's in and that game script I'm not too high on, no Bam. So like I completely understand it. But I'm probably not going to Vooch tonight in cash.
This is another team that we haven't even talked about. Like Chris Paul is questionable. Like
right.
That's gonna sorry, it's Booker. Yeah, so that's gonna completely just change everything. It's against Portland too, so it's a high paced matchup. So again, guys, if you guys want to hold off, wait for the pending injury news, I wouldn't hate that as well.
Yep. Mark's got DK cash thoughts. He's got Brunson, Milton, Hardaway, Tobias, Boucher, Noel, Olynyk, and Dame. I don't hate that. I think Dame's going to be your floater there.
For sure.
They're still banged up. No McCollum, no Nurk, obviously. I don't really like the matchup against Phoenix, but it is a little bit of a higher pace there with Phoenix on the road. So I don't hate that. Don't expect Dame to start hitting half-court threes, though, like he was in the All-Star game. Brunson, Milton, Powell, Harris, Olynyk, Bogdy, Hardaway, and Vooch. For tournaments, Nick, I do like Michael Carter-Williams, Milton, Brunson. If you're asking one, it's definitely Brunson. Cash lineup from Snags. We got Lowry, Curry, Hardaway, Harden, Richardson, Bogdy, Boucher, Harris, and Olynyk. I don't hate that. I'm assuming Bogdy is min price on FanDuel. If he is, then yeah, I do like that. Especially since cheap. Let off the leash there with the minutes. There's no Reddish, so I do like that, honestly. Matt, it seemed like you were gonna say something, and I continued to talk.
Probably was trying to tell you to shut up, but no, I got nothing over here.
Cody wants to know where the esports love is, Matt.
Oh, we got plenty of it in the Discord.
About my boy PP God.
Yeah, PP God. Yeah, what a beast.
Mikey G2, that's my favorite player. We got a lineup from PP. I like Cheese Guy Boom. I wish it was PP. I love Cheese Guy Boom, but that's okay. Brunson, Milton, Bogdy, Harry. You guys are loving Bogdy tonight, huh? With that news,
Tyler,
he's off the minute.
Don't do this to me.
Harris, Olynyk, Michael Carter-Williams, Powell, Fox. I don't hate it. Tournaments though, and I know you're going to be playing tournaments, so I do like that. Olynyk or Howard and Cash. I like Olynyk. I think the minutes are safer. Seth Curry or Howard for Philly. I think you go Seth Curry.
Whoa.
What you like Howard?
There's rumored that it's going to be DeRozan for McCollum. That's interesting. Really? I just read that. Hold on. Let me look into this.
Chris Paul for tournaments. Yeah, if Booker's out, love it. Do you think Orlando, Miami will stay close? Honestly, not really. I'm nervous with that game, Unicorn. Turning line from Blake, we have Noel, Milton, Tatum, Olynyk, Boucher, Harden, Bogdy, Dwight. I like it. Hardaway and Richardson in the same line. Yeah, I think you can do it, Hudson. Boban in play. Not in cash, but yeah, we could see Boban come out and play 15 minutes, and he could easily go for like 25 DraftKings points. It's something that we've seen in the past. He's at 3,400. So for him to hit value, he probably needs to play, 8 minutes realistically? No, he probably needs to get you like 13 to 15 minutes. So I am a little nervous there. I wouldn't go to him in cash, like I said. I think there's way better plays. But yeah, he's intriguing, but I wouldn't do it in cash.
I think that was just a fake news thing I just read.
I'm seeing DeMar going to the Lakers for Kuzma and
that's fake news too.
Okay. Amino or Layman for GPP DK. I like Layman. Huge ass lock. All right, TD Nuggets. Super draft lineup: Levine, Powell, Brunson, Ingram, Horford, Cat, and Vooch. I like it. I don't know all their multipliers, but I know Matt talked about a couple of those guys. Brunson, yes. I like Ingram.
Yep.
Cat for sure. Vooch as well. Powell.
I don't know what Horford is, but Horford, that's a great one too.
That's what it is, Hudson. Yes, thank you. Okay.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that too, but I also have been reading about the Spurs, and there's a lot of moving parts right now. I wouldn't be surprised if the whole team got dropped right now. So
interesting, Matthew. Interesting.
Yes.
So Matt, quick question.
What's up?
So now that we do have some cheaper value here in teams like Dallas, Toronto, whatever you want to call it next after Dallas, it's mostly Dallas. I guess Dallas and Philly.
Yep.
If you had to pay up for one stud, who is it going to be? Because, KD's still out for Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And a pretty high over-under there against the Celtics. And I did build a line.
Yeah.
And it featured James Harden. And I wanted to know your thoughts on that.
I 100% completely agree with you. So there's two things. You always want to take guys that are benefiting without injuries. That's our number one rule. And not only that, over-unders, TJ. And James Harden against Boston meets both those criteria over Giannis. Not only that, Giannis is in a blow-up potential game. He's known to crush the Knicks. I get that. But this is a 10-point spread. If you guys want to stay away from Giannis, I wouldn't blame you. You know how much I love Giannis. But that does have some huge blow-up potential with your Celtics. They should be playing till the very end of the fourth quarter. Should be a very competitive matchup. I do like Harden against your Celtics, but I do love the Pelicans. I love Zion, and I also love Brandon Ingram. Don't know if you want to consider those pay-up options, but I still love landing on them. Also, Kawhi Leonard, something we haven't talked about, 8.9K TJ. Like, that's very cheap. So I don't even hate that. But in terms of the stud play between Harden and Giannis, I'm gonna lean James Harden with you.
Oh yeah, I have a lineup, Matt, and I'm loving James Harden.
Harden?
He's gonna be I mean, it just fits. And he's Harden, so let's do it.
The Harden's fitting. Go ahead.
Hudson said my favorite player is playing tomorrow. Devin, he's Vassell, Vucel, Vaseline. Vaseline is in tomorrow night. Hudson, the updated. Layman or Bogdy for cash?
All right.
I'd probably say Layman, but I understand is Bogdy's ownership just gonna pop up because everybody sees him at 3,500? You're not gonna see him at 3,500 for much longer. So
no, he's a beast.
Get him while you can, but I probably say Layman there.
Yeah.
I think there's some better, cheaper options, honestly.
I do like the upside from the Minnesota guys, but TJ, it's 26 right now. We're gonna have to give a cash score, and then
26.
Yeah, we're gonna have to sign off on that note. So let's hear your cash core. I have a feeling ours are gonna look a little different tonight, TJ. But I think all of these Dallas guys are great value plays. Let's hear your cash core as of right now.
Okay. So Brunson's obviously gonna be a lock for me here, Matt.
Yep.
I think second here for me is gonna be Tim Hardaway. I think those are the two guys that I'm going for Dallas in terms of ownership and who benefits the most with those two studs being out. I want to make it Harden, but I don't think I will. I think I'm gonna go Tobias and Milton after that.
Okay, so you're leaning 76ers still. I don't mind that. I'm gonna lean.
What do you mean? I named two Dallas guys.
I said 76ers. You're leaning 76ers.
Right, I have two Dallas and two 76ers. Yep.
Right. If you don't go 3 or 4, you're leaning not Dallas. I'm assuming you have more Dallas in your lineup anyway, but okay. Anyway, I was going the exact same direction as you. I locked in, if you guys can see on my screen, Brunson, Hardaway. I'm going to say James Harden as my pay-up option. I don't want you to go the direction of Giannis. I think James Harden is a pretty safe pay-up option tonight, and I'm also going to lock in Kleber. I feel really good about Kleber tonight because he's power forward and center eligible. 32 minutes is what we have him at now. So Kleber showing very well on their sheet, 0.85 fantasy points per minute. I just think he's a safe play tonight, just given his minutes. So those are going to be my locks, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I absolutely love all the value from the 76ers, from Dallas, from Toronto. Keep going down the list, guys. There's a lot of value tonight. Anybody else is going to be GPP options. By the way, my strategy tonight for GPPs, hold off for that Phoenix stud play, possibly with CP3 or Ayton. And then also Houston has some pending injury news. If you guys can get an Oladipo late night hammer, great spot. I think he would honestly be a cash play if John Wall got ruled out right now. But he hasn't been against Sacramento. So that's going to be my final sign off, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night. And what's up?
Hey, Matt.
What's up?
RotoWire currently doesn't have Zion Williamson starting.
Yeah, no, I saw that. They're drunk. I don't. Okay. If he doesn't start, then yeah, that's going to change up things. But
I'm too drunk to taste these burgers. Love you guys. Have a good night.
Yep. Let's cash.
Yep. What is this music? Yeah, free. Free falling. I'm free falling.